Welcome back in.
I hesitate to use
my Crysis 2
cheap
walkthrough.
fauna analogies. God knows I'm going to start sounding like Nathan Gould if I do. But what we're dealing with here probably answers to the equivalent of an insect hive. The level of alien infestation in these tunnels is likely to be high. Find Reeves and his men. I lost contact when they entered the subway system. But watch yourself, son. I want you out of there in one piece.
Okay, so right now what we're doing is we're going to look for the other team. It's pretty dark in here, and you're going to encounter a couple Ceph right off the bat. There's another team over here, and despite what you think, there's nothing you can do to save that guy. Even if you take out the guy before, he's going to end up dying. These guys seem to be more of an assassin type. They do charge you. They have blades at the end of their forearms, kind of like something you'd see from Wolverine, which is a pretty fair assessment. They're pretty easy to take out, though. See, this guy's on charging. You can pretty easily grab him as he's charging towards you and either break his neck or slit his throat. Really depends on what you do. They're not hard to kill. You can usually kill them before they get to you.
Nanovision enabled.
Okay, so later on, playing around with a couple of settings to see what best fits my playstyle. These guys are, like I said, they're pretty easy to take out. Always want to run over to them so you get that cloud of nano. Alright, so we're going back up into we're going back up, basically up to the street level.
Nanovision enabled.
I kind of wish that the nanovision actually ran off a separate battery as opposed to heat energy. So what I did was I accidentally activated a proximity alarm, or whatever the heck it's called, as one of my abilities. I actually kind of like the bullet trajectory one, the proximity, or exactly, I think it's trajectory. It's the first option that you get. I like that one. It's actually quite helpful. You find out where the enemy's firing from just by following the electronic tracers, which, you know, is great for picking out snipers or any of the stuff that you didn't see earlier on. These Ceph actually give away the position pretty easily. Okay, like I said, pretty easy to take out before they get to you. Okay, so it's a nano catalyst. I know I was saying nanopods earlier, but I couldn't read on the screen. I forgot what it was. Okay, so you're basically just progressing forward through the subway. There's actually, later on, there's a upgrade that you can get with the nano catalysts. It actually speeds up the... It's called nano recharge. It actually speeds up the nano suit's recharge rate. So it's kind of neat. It actually regenerates it very quickly. I mean, you're talking about maybe 1 or 2 seconds and it's fully recharged again. It's definitely worth purchasing if you constantly use your suit abilities like I do.
Nanovision enabled.
So you can see right now, this is the normal default recharge rate. It's a lot faster once you get the nano recharge ability. You'll see it a little bit later on though.
Nanovision enabled. Nanovision enabled.
Radio Free Manhattan here, and here for those of you still clinging on in this shattered city. I got a message of hope for you people, or the next best thing.
Okay, so these are just regular civilians.
Display of common sense. The powers that be in Foggy Bottom have rescinded the cell mandate over New York and deployed, get this people, an elite force of U.S. Marines to throw these tentacle motherfuckers. Get ready for some changes, people!
My men. Well, that explains why their comms went down. I had hoped.
Okay, you see those little beetles there?
Well, never mind. Casualties of war, I suppose. We all make sacrifices. See if you can find their scanning gear. Might give us a little advance warning of what we're heading into here.
Okay, so those little, I guess what you would call bugs, they kind of look like beetles, really. They will give you 20 nano catalyst points, which will go towards an upgrade. They don't really attack you though, so that's just a free 20 catalyst points. Right now, what you're hearing is the enemy proximity alert going off. These little beetles actually set it off. And surprisingly, they don't die in one shot. It actually takes a
Aside
couple.
from Tara Strickland, he was the
It
best.
takes about a burst to knock them down.
From the look of the feed I'm getting from you, the spore loop is running near dormant levels.
Destroy the spore conduit. Access the spore silo. Nanovision enabled.
This weapon's actually kind of strange. It kind of reminds me of like a self-contained Gatling gun or something. Don't get me wrong, the proximity alert actually has its uses. Just for my playstyle, I actually prefer the trajectory. It's the first option, like I said earlier. This, I believe, is the second option. And what you may notice from earlier in the game, these actual bugs are just, they're basically just using the human bodies for some type of material.
Excellent.
For them, since they are
Now,
cybernetic.
we need to get you inside the central structure. Looking at the schematics Reeves and his team managed to transmit, I'd suggest you try to blast loose one of the spoke seals and use the resulting rupture to effect entry. Look for any weakness in the structure.
Nanovision enabled.
As you can see, it's getting pretty crazy.
Nanovision enabled. Tactical options available.
Like some vast coral ecology. Can we even doubt that these creatures evolved in an
BRB,
ocean?
guys.
Sabotage